Hi, welcome back to GPS Dairy Consulting's vlog post. So this is where myself, Trent Dado, gets to talk to you about data, innovation, and technology in the dairy industry. So my first vlog post was about why data and innovation are not equal to one another. This was followed up by my colleague Nathan Postkowski about the time investment it takes to implement new technology on your dairy. And then the topic today is why it's okay not to be first. It's okay not to be the first one to implement technology on your dairy. So we've probably all seen the adoption curve or the diffusion of innovation. This is that bell-shaped curve where we have our innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and our skeptics. So just as a refresher, we can run through those. So the innovators are those who are asking those what if questions. You know, what if we had a technology that did this? What if we did this a different way? So these are the people who are spearheading our industry forward. And then we have our early adopters. So these are the ones who see this technology, who see these management practices being put to use, and are like, ooh, we got to try that. So these are people who really like to try new things, who are going to wait in line for the new technology, are going to be doing a lot of pilot programs and stuff like that on their dairies. Next is the early majority. So these are the ones who like to see the kind of the technology or management practice kind of play out on these pilot herds, like to see a little bit of data, but they definitely want to be part of the process. They want to have the competitive advantage of using these technologies on their dairy. The next one, the late majority. So these ones are going to sit back for a little while longer. They want more accumulation of data. They want to be able to firmly calculate the true advantage of using that technology and how it's going to impact their business. The final one are skeptics. So these are the ones that it takes a long time to convince that this technology or management practice is going to do their dairy good, and are going to be skeptical of such. So as we think about our neighbors, our competitors, other people in the industry, we can probably pinpoint dairies and people who fall into each of these different categories. So today I think I wanted to cover two reasons why I think it's okay not to be an early adopter of technology in the dairy industry. The first of which is, I do not think that many of the technologies in our industry provide enough of a competitive advantage to be worth the risk of implementing that technology. So that was a lot. So to break that down, so let's say the technology is a teat spraying robot to pre-dip our cows on a rotary. So big investment of money, fancy technology, sees the teat sprays. We've all seen the fancy arms. So when we implement that technology, what's the return? Well, we have consistent prep. We remove one employee from the parlor, so maybe 3 full-time equivalents from the dairy operation. So there is a return. We do have labor savings. We might have some performance advantages from the consistent dip. But when we look at this technology in terms of the whole business, it's really not a game changer. It's a marginal competitive advantage. So if we had a whole string of these, where we had save a person here, a person here, a person here, all throughout the dairy, we cut our labor in half, then it's a different story. That's a large competitive advantage. Our labor savings are going to be much more competitive than our neighbors. But in the large part, a lot of the technologies that are available in our industry only provide us a small competitive advantage. So that's one reason to wait. That we're not gonna go out of business tomorrow if we're not on the cutting edge of every piece of technology. So that's it sounds a little bit conservative in that way, but I think when you combine it with my next reason, which is the risk that is associated with investing in these technologies, I think it makes a lot of sense. So one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this topic today was the recent news about a facial recognition bunk scanning type product that sounds like it may be discontinued or not supported fully in the market anymore. Along with, in the past year and a half, 2 years, another activity rumination monitor, coming off the market. So we have, two big technologies, supported by well-known companies that are ending up, failing in the industry. And those dairies that invested both the time and the money in these products are finding their investments of time and money to be pretty unfruitful. So by waiting to be that early majority to see which products are actually adopted, have a clear ROI, have the bugs worked out, isn't just all marketing hype, provides us a more sound investment. And to support this, I really like to reference some research out of MIT around consumer products. So they were researching consumers out of grocery stores, and were pinpointing these consumers that were always attracted to these really bad products. So like coffee flavored Coke, watermelon flavored potato chips, products that you and I know are bad and know are going to fail. But there's a group of consumers that they deem the harbingers of failure, who really attracted to these types of products. So in the diffusion of innovation in the curve, these might be these early adopters. Some of them, they really like the new thing, they're really attracted to it, want to try it, and really like it. Yet the product ends up failing. So the word of advice, word of caution is be on the lookout for those in our industry who seem to really like new products, and new products that they choose to implement consistently fail. So just a word of lookout, because the research shows out of this MIT that those products and those people are harbingers. They're going to be forecasting which products are going to fail. The other one is by being in that early majority and waiting for the data to come in, we can easily or more easily calculate the true return for investment in this technology. So the one I like to use an example is around like rumination and activity monitor systems. So these have obviously been around for a while now. I mean, we're probably more in that, probably between early and late majority of adoption of these technologies. But we can pretty easily calculate the reduction in shots and reproductive hormones, because we're able to cherry pick more often, our reduction in shot programs. We're able to see the percent reduction in death loss by catching sick animals and getting cull value instead of paying for rendering. So we can actually see these benefits come to fruition with these different systems, and we obviously know how much they cost to implement, so we can calculate a clear ROI. So my word of caution, word of advice for today is it's okay not to be first. Look out for those farms, those competitors who are always attracted to products who fail. And when you're calculating your ROI, look for that data, look for the information before you invest. All right, I hope you enjoy. Always follow up with me if there's any questions, rebuttals. Welcome them all. Thank you.